LOGYC, baby. Woods. LOB. What up?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
I can.
Okay. Cool. So you was talking about Robin Hood, right?
Yeah, I want you to talk about. Earlier. We talked about the line at the mall for them to go buy the Jordans.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So I'm kind of guilty, but I didn't stand in a line for no Jordans. So um, let's get into it though. So I'm gonna turn it up real quick. So the thing is we do the most erroneous stuff for material possession. Uh, in that line, you probably got over 200 people, waiting to get these shoes. But imagine those 200 people and those Jordans costing $200. How much money is that's going or to be transacted in that time period, going to Foot Locker or Nike or whatever it is to buy those shoes? And out of that, we're going to calculate how many of those people are paying for those shoes with
Hey,
their
I'm
house money,
inside, so you can't do all that loud talking.
pay with their house money, or they stimulus checks. Just blowing them as soon as they get the money. They already got the Jordans, on the calendar when they gonna drop, and now they all lined up, ready to spend. And this is what I'll be talking about. This is hustling backwards. This is insanity at its worst. Why do we pile up to go buy overpriced tennis shoes, sit in the line for hours, and it's not a guarantee that everybody's gonna get their size in the first place because they only have a limited amount of orders. I mean, a limited amount of boxes of shoes in the back for them to get. So somebody gonna be mad. Somebody gonna be fighting. They sat in the line for the hours long for these damn shoes. And I can only imagine, how much Foot Locker or Nike pours in that amount of time. It's just a short amount of time for our people to line up and get these shoes. I think Oba said it earlier on the earlier live stream. This is hustling backwards at its best right here. We do shit the wrong way every time. There's no way in hell you can pay me to sit in the line to pay $200 for some shoes, and all I get it back is a outfit for the night, or an emotional moment. Oh, I got these J's, man. These things, vanity slaves. Vanity slaves is the correct term I'm gonna use for this, because we will go all out. We will pour our emotions, our passion on being vanity slaves because we think possessions mean more than having actual possessions, assets, equity. A pair of Jordan, or some Gucci, you know Versace, things like that. That people think that stuff makes us important, or make us the top dog. If you ain't got Gucci or Versace, what I'm saying, you ain't in the wave. And that is crazy to think, because if you look at all the billionaires or all the wealthy people in this world, they don't give a damn about no Jordans. They don't give a damn about no Gucci. They don't give a damn about no Versace or none of that stuff. They have actual assets that's tangible. They have real estate. They have equity. They own things. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, we want to go rent out a yacht, they renting a yacht to you because they got the money. You paying them to rent or to celebrate because you don't own nothing. You're a consumer at its best. Just made a video about this. Hustling backwards never works. Financial literacy is so key. This is why, young athletes that go and, they play professional sports, blow all of their damn money as soon as they get into the league, because they still have no financial literacy because nobody's teaching them that, because they're not thinking about the future. They're thinking about what they can buy now. Going to get the hottest outfit, standing in the line for some J's. That culture has to die. That culture has to die. That's what I call nigger culture. And we have to get rid of that, because it is getting us nowhere. Your kids are seeing it, and they're going to start implementing the same thing, the same bad spending habits, bad credit, bad buying power. All of this stuff is just bad. We got to get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? This is why we push, our village, we push, financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to buy me a pair of Jordans, I'm getting something out of it. It ain't just a feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's a luxury. I'm going to let what I invest in pay for my luxuries. I'm not spending my house money, my bill money on a pair of shoes that, the material going to be gone. Not too long. I can't pass that down to my children. My little sister can't eat off that, but she can eat off Nike stock. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be able to eat off that, because I know that equity, it's gonna continue to grow, because we do need our consumers. Everybody ain't gonna be an investor in Nike, but we need to show the vision to the people on how backwards hustling this is. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be buying, shoes after shoes after shoes. I mean, Nike is just basically reinventing the shoe every time it come out. It's the same shoe that came out the first time. Now we just putting a retro on. And not only that, it's done went up in price. When I was growing up, a pair of Jordans in a man size was $150. Now, that price is $200. So, they'd have put some inflation on that. But we have no problem buying it as the price continues to go up. We'll find a way to still buy it. This just lets you know we got the money. We definitely got the money. It don't matter where you work at. If you can save $200, you're gonna go get them J's. So it's a matter of education that we're lacking, because we rather be consumers instead of investors. Telling somebody to invest in Nike, I'm like, bro, listen, you're gonna pay $200 for them J's. Guess how much $200 will get you just for the company, just for the stock, just for a share? I got in at Nike $60, little under $60. You could buy what, 4 shares for a pair of Jordans? Let's say, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. We got to take over our communities. This is the problem. We letting athletes, entertainers, these so-called celebrities, we are letting them influence the people more than what we are doing. That means it ain't enough of us. And we ain't pushing as hard to get this information out here. Not all of us, but some of us are. We need more, though. We can't continue to let this culture influence these younger kids that's growing up to be the same consumers that, we became when we grew up. We can't keep that same, thing rolling because at this point, we are steady going to be in the pockets of the government because we are being dependents. We still being babies, waiting on the check. I mean, Rona proved this. I don't know about anybody else, but coronavirus helped me come up. You know, it ain't. I wasn't dependent on no damn stimulus check. But see,
Facts.
this is the problem. We don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear your excuses. You know, oh, I gotta go to work. I gotta pay the bills. Listen, man, the government is the breast of the woman, and we keep sitting on the titty drinking the milk.
Facts.
How long are you gonna be a baby and not get out here, get your shit done? Excuse my language. You know, do what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? If we gotta, you know, put little Khalil or little Mariah through some type of program to get her, educated on how to start a business and put our funding into that to make sure that business is flourishing in that community, then we have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because the rappers, the athletes, the celebrities is going to get those kids to want to be what they are. And that's a blind bad version, man. That is a blind bad version. Because what they don't know is that these people don't have their self-interest. We don't need any more athletes. I'm not shooting people down for you want to let your kids be athletes and all of that. But still, we need more entrepreneurs, more business owners, more investors, more traders, things of that sort, more scientists. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people who talk about science, but we need more people in the labs, on the ground doing the field work, things of that sort. So this whole Jordan debacle, every time a pair of Jordans drop, we want to flood the lines. It's just insanity. It's crazy. And people think this stuff is, it's just normal for, a culture of people to do that. No, man, that's insanity. That's crazy. And we want to talk about the white man. The white man got his affairs in order. We do not. And we can see it through our children who we're birthing, and we allow, this type of behavior. That's not normal, family. It's something really wrong with us when we go and do stuff like this and think that it's okay. I'm not saying you can't enjoy, the fruits of your labor, but if all you're doing is spending, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think it's more detrimental. We should be spending, funding our black business, funding investing programs, funding, science fairs and things of that sort, educating the kids because we're going to die and then they have to, take over the reins. And what do we have to give them? The same
Or
culture?
even worse, over Chris. Again, I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but even worse, have to do a GoFundMe just to put our loved ones in the ground. How disrespectful is that? Right?
Exactly.
That is so played out, man. I don't want nobody ever inboxing me talking about, would you help me put my loved one in the ground? As demoralizing that is, I know they probably struggling, but you think about what they probably did the last 3 or 4 years and all the stuff that they bought that was frivolous and trivial and liquors and clubbing and all this, that, and the third. And they didn't
Right.
say, let me allocate at least $20 away every month, just for in the case, me, go down or somebody go down, right? Just in case, right? I could be that unselfish to do that much for my family. And you don't have
Right.
people who really think on that level of discipline. That bothers me. So again, when I see a GoFundMe pop up, right, and I don't see no real tangible value for it, for what it really be used for, it
Mm-hmm.
ain't getting none of my money. They can say that's mean, nasty, call it what you want, but at some point we got to grow up, and we have to
True
be
story.
again a little more fiscally responsible if we really going to get out of this, this, I don't know what it's, generational black curse or whatever it is, but we're behind.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to add to that. I don't mean to cut your wisdom over.
Oh, you good, you good. I just had to tell my family this. Last year, my nephew got murdered. They still don't know who did it. Uh, when I got there, they was fighting over who was paying or who was doing so much for the funeral. A couple days ago, my little cousin got murdered. Now it's gonna probably be a same invention of the same conversation. And guess what? Nobody has life insurance. See, we worried about the wrong things. We spending money on the wrong things, man. This stuff is so crazy. Like, you put these kids out here to be unsuccessful. Well, he grown. I can't do nothing about it. Yes, you can. That's your kid. They're gonna follow what you do. If you do nothing, guess what? They're gonna grow up and do nothing. This is why they all sitting out there in that line paying $200 for Jordans. And you even got grown adults doing that. So, it ain't clicking up here. It's not clicking. No life insurance, no investing, no equity, no assets, no ownership. All we got, is a pair of Jordans, a Escalade or, a Tahoe on 24s, some beat in the trunk, some jewelry, some Gucci. That's all we got. Is that all we have to offer these children that's growing up, already dealing with enough with police brutality and all these other things. All you got to offer is 2 hours sitting in the line for a pair of Jordans. Family, this is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nobody, trying to pander or, give us excuses for the way we do things. We do things to ourselves now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not excusing what these Europeans have done. But after all of these years, and we still do not get it. I don't know, what has to happen for on a wide scale for us to, wake up. The things that are necessary, we do not take serious. Life insurance is one. How going, like Oba said, going around, trying to get people to donate to your GoFundMe. That is ridiculous. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. If my family ever had to bury me and had to go ask for money from friends or, other people to bury me, do you know how bad that looks?